Simone and Kojo on Fantastic Mornings, 7 to 8 a.m. Join the conversation at fantasticradio.co.uk.
You complete me like Aaron, what a boy I need be. And when I'm in your arms, I feel free. Falling, my head's up in the cloud.
Very good morning to you. A very good morning to you. 1 minute past 7. Good morning, Simone, Uncle. Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. Was you just now dancing?
Sorry?
Was you just now dancing? I just saw your shoulders shuffling.
Oh, yes, I was.
Either you're getting comfortable in your seat or you're dancing.
All right. I was just prepping myself for the morning. You know, sometimes working in the morning and you need a bit of music to get you going and, you know, getting you all pepped up and energized and ready to feel fantastic. So that
makes sense.
Oh, you saw me dancing.
We caught you on camera.
Oh, right. Okay. Listen, I wouldn't say I'm not good. I can do some boogie on the ground, you know.
Wow.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Surprising.
Yeah. I'm blowing my own trumpet. I can really dance.
Why not?
I can. You know, I tell you about dancing. Zumba and salsa is one thing that I want to get back to when everything is all sorted. I really want to get back to salsa and you know, get into salsa again. I used to go to the one in one on Tottenham Court Road. There's a Latino restaurant up there just by the bookshop. I used to go down there, did some lessons there, and did some lessons also in Watford. Did some salsa. Yeah, some Latino dancing there. You know, I like Latino music, you know. I love Latino music. It takes me to the streets of Accra. It reminds me of the energy, it reminds me of the vibrancy. I like their music, I like their food, and I like dancing. I really like dancing. That's something you didn't know, Simone.
I did not know. Wow, interesting.
You like dancing, Simone?
I do, but I just do my own freestyle thing, which looks a bit geeky sometimes.
Okay,
I don't care anymore.
Okay. So you're the type, you're the type that will hear the music and sort of, you know, nod your head and you know, tap your feet.
I move my feet. Yeah. I do that.
Oh, okay.
That's when I need to get back. I need to get back out to going out again. Yeah.
Right. I will be watching out for you. I'll be watching out for you when Sina plays any track that makes you sort of dangle your head and tap your feet.
Maybe.
Okay. Good morning. Guys,
see my feet, but
we hope you are well. We are very well. We are very, very well this morning. It's Wednesday morning, the 19th of May, 2001. And we are very, 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 very happy to be with you this morning. News around the world, entertainment news, conversation, something new. Everything to do with human empowerment, everything to do with enterprise, and everything to do with you adding value to your life and adding value to human life. My special guest today and my special co-host today is the lady on the side of the radio. This morning, I literally sent her a text and I said, Simone, do you have any motivational thing for me? And I know she's got it. And she will be sharing with us. We will dilate, go through it, a bit and pieces, news around the world. I've got a few that I've sort of noted here.
I just threw one in just now. Yeah, I don't know if you actually checked. I've just sent you one.
Oh, okay.
One. Yeah, but short. Okay. But so maybe we can, you know, sort of, we'll find a way. Don't worry.
We would have to find a way. We will find a way. For those of you who want to get in touch with Simone, you can get in touch with Simone at I'm Simone. I was at Uncle Simone on Twitter. And if you want to send Simone an email, you can send Simone at fantasticradio.co.uk. Mr. John Rushton, life coach, is our special guest today. He'll be coming through having a conversation. This man is fire. He's got a lot to say. My name is Kojo Bonti Amwako. You can connect with me on Twitter at Bonti Amwako at Gmail. Oh, why do I always get it wrong, Simone?
You're giving out personal details. What are you doing?
I do that, did I? All right, then. You can get it on Twitter at Bonti Amwako at Twitter, and you can send me an email at bonti at fantasticradio.co.uk. We go get some music. Coming back, talking about Naomi Campbell.
Yeah, wonderful news. I'm delighted for her.
We will talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Yeah.
Excited for her. Mr. Hamidi, let's go get music. After that, more music and more conversation.
You can now listen to us on the go by downloading the Fantastic Radio UK app on all app stores. Do a search now for Fantastic Radio UK.
She's simply awesome. She touched by me in painted on jeans, and all head turned.
Come in.
Right.
Ah, Mr. Pilkington, and how are we today?
Yeah, I'm all right, Doctor. Yeah, I've just come for my checkup.
Okay, then pop your pants off.
What?
Just pop your pants off.
Oh,
And,
I forgot to take my pants off.
well, because I have to pop my finger up your
What?
to check your prostate gland.
Don't worry about it.
Well, I am worried about it because prostate cancer kills 10,000 men every year in Britain.
You can check that out if I get any symptoms.
Well, there aren't always symptoms, and symptoms do vary from man to man. So the best way to check it out is I just pop my finger up there
I'm really not
and have a
happy with
feel.
this. Just
Don't worry about it.
Is that it?
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
No.
I don't know why he was worried. You probably saved his life there.
Does he have to be here?
He's just a mate. Don't worry about him. He's just watching me at work.
For more information, visit the Prostate Cancer Charity website. Real men know all about it.
Welcome back. 7 minutes past 7 on Fantastic Mornings. My name is Kojo Bonti Amwako. And who am I there with, please?
You're with Simone Ankle, the one and only.
You are with Simone Uncle on the other side of the radio. Simone, before we go any further, I've had three people, I'll get into that. 2 people send me emails saying to me, why do you play the music and is that short? Yeah, because one of them said to me, why do you shorten the music? Is it because of your time? Is it because what is going on here? What's different? It's very different. What's going on? And I said, you want to tell them what it is, or you want me to tell them?
I'll try and do
Please
it justice. Okay. So we're adhering to rules, especially social media rules where we put music out, and
That's
it's
right.
about licensing issue. It's also about just adhering to the rules of not. Anyway, I'm gonna let you do it. You're much more articulate this morning.
All right, let me go.
Yeah, I need my coffee.
Simone
Sorry.
was right. Simone was so right. There's a license that comes with airing music. There's a whole copyright license that we would have to adhere to, and we currently have applied for it, and we can play, but we can play just a little bit of it. Now, when we start broadcasting 24/7 on air, when we go into our offices and start everything, you would be able to hear the music in full. Okay?
I know you do better. Well done. I needed you to take that for me, because I'm going to confuse people all the more if I say it.
So for those who are wondering, why do you start the music and you stop? Is because we need to make sure that we don't go beyond what is happening and the rules and regulations, particularly on some social media platforms, because we are coming through on YouTube, we're coming through on Facebook, we're coming through on Periscope, we're coming through on Vimeo, we're coming through on several platforms, and some of them you can't play certain music, even though we are broadcasting from the UK. There are brands, or there are social media platforms that are not situated in the UK and would not allow us to play certain music beyond their jurisdiction. There's a lot of challenges happening with intellectual property. I remember a few weeks ago, I was just talking to somebody about one platform that we're going to broadcast on, and the company told me they can't allow us to be on because we are not based in the US. And this company is quite huge. So, I reached out to them and I said, look, what's the cost? How do we come on your platform? What are the proceedings? And they said to us, look, by virtue of where you are, you can come through. So I said, okay, right. Can we not broadcast on the internet and come through to be on your platform? They go, no, because there is what you call the internet protocol number. And the internet protocol number can track wherever you're coming from. And these are all checks and balances that the International Copyright Association is dealing with. So unfortunately, for those of you who are wondering, why do you start and why do you stop? This is where the challenge lies. But I said to you, and as we were saying, as soon as we go live and we start broadcasting 24/7 and we have the team together and everybody is come together. Good morning, Mr. Patrick Walker. And good morning to Mr. Jake Patrick.
Wow.
And two other people. Oh, Mara Amobi. Thank you. Good morning. And all the other people coming through. Good morning, Simone Uncle. And,
of course, yeah, you need to.
Good morning.
I should be the first on that list.
The train starts moving because now the train hasn't moved. We are having our conversations in the mornings to inform you what is up to be coming and all the things that we'll be doing. So as soon as we are tight and ready to go, please bear in mind we will play the music 24/7, and everything you hear here will be on our platform and people can be able to listen. Secondly, I've had another person send me an email, said to me, how do I apply for a job in radio? I have two ladies reaching out saying, how do we join you?
Oh, that's lovely.
One, I have not replied because I've been very busy all over the place. So anybody who wants to get to know and wants to be part of Fantastic Radio, please, you can send the email to HR, as in HR, at Fantastic Radio UK. Please send us the CV. Tell us what you want us to do or what you want to do with us, and we will reach out to you. Okay? So please send the email to HR, as in HR, at fantasticradio.co.uk. Myself or anybody within the team will reply to you, and we will make sure that this is done and done properly. Okay, so if you want to be part of us, I've had two ladies get in touch with us. Unfortunately, I've replied one and the other one I haven't. Today, when I finish, I promise I would be talking. I'll be talking to the person who's supposed to reply to you and reply to you, make sure that everything is done and dusted so that we all move forward with this thing. Naomi Campbell.
Yes, I just want to say thank you for coining all of that and explaining everything, because you've done much more justice to what all the different layers to putting this show together. And all the work you've been doing in the background and everything else. So applaud you. I applaud Sina for helping us broadcast and explain this to everyone else, and, to gather our audience. And as we gather pace, look forward to taking this forward. So, yeah, thank you very much for explaining that and for the refresher for me. Because I need you to do that for me too.
But the funny thing is, I was not very aware when this whole thing started, because when this whole thing started, I knew that there are things need to look at, right? But I hadn't really read into it until myself and Sina did a trial, about a year ago, just before Christmas. We did a trial, played some music and did bits and pieces on different platforms. And it came back telling us that, look, you can't do this. Some of the platforms came back to us saying that you can't do this. And we had few record labels reaching out to us and saying, look, you can't play this. And if you want to play this, you got to get in touch with us. You got to pay this and you got to do that and you got to do this. Okay. However, when we start and we are broadcasting and we are in emotion and we are broadcasting 24/7, we need to now get the license is going to be approved at the time. Then we play the music and it gives us that go ahead to play. However, even with that, the music we'll be playing is limited to the radio. You see, so the music will be airing on air will be limited to we playing on air. As soon as the music as soon as we migrate into social media, the story changes, because the license that we would have would not allow us as a business to now play the music on social media beyond 30 seconds. So there's all sorts of...
That's where we're at now. But like you said, you know, when it broadcasts full-time, 24/7 through studios, then we've got a different license by that time, or we've obtained one.
Absolutely.
And yeah, there'll be more sort of freedom to explore music.
You are absolutely correct.
Very balanced. Yeah.
Thank you. I was talking about Naomi Campbell.
Oh no, we should talk about that. That's great news, I think.
You know, when I was listening to the news, and my friend sent me the WhatsApp and said to me, "Oh, have you seen what's happening?" And I go, "What?" He said, "Naomi Campbell." I go, "Oh, she's cute. She's beautiful. She's gorgeous. She's elegant." He goes, "Don't start." I go, "No. I'm saying she's quite a beautiful black woman, you know." And he said, but I said, "What is it?" He said, "Naomi's a mother." I go, "Sorry?" He said, "Yeah, Naomi's a mother." So quickly he sent me the shot on Instagram. Apparently, you know, Naomi posted the picture of the baby girl on
her hands and the baby's feet, I think. I don't know if we've seen the baby yet, so which would be nice to see when she's...
I'm looking forward to seeing the baby. I'm looking forward to seeing the baby. I'm looking forward to seeing the baby, her name, where, you know, how she looks and everything. And you know, a nosy friend of mine also texted me and said, "Who do you think the father would be?" And I said, "I don't know. All I know is that Naomi Campbell is the mother."
Why are they asking you? I mean, is there some other story to this?
Because he said,
"How would you know?"
And I said, "I don't know. I can't comment. I don't have a clue. I don't have a clue who Naomi Campbell's baby's father is. All I know is Naomi Campbell is a mother, and the baby's feet is looking beautiful, and Naomi Campbell's hands is in the picture. That's all I know." You know, and you know, good luck to her and congratulations to her. I was so excited. I was so excited, and I wish her and the family, everybody, all the best. And the baby Campbell, we are looking forward to seeing your face. Maybe she'll be doing the catwalk for us. You never know. No pressure on her. No pressure on her. No pressure on her. But we'll be looking forward and watching out to see her and getting to know her. The other thing I wanted to also talk about, you know, in Portugal, our gov is welcoming British tourists. Yes. So, you know, they've started relaxing the rules in Portugal. Mr. Johnson, you're going to say something. Please carry on.
No. I think I think a friend had booked their holiday for July a few months ago to go there, and they have to go there anyway. They're a bit going back to what you started saying at the beginning about your music and that you like. So he's into kuzomba, which is quite an intimate dance. But you know, a lot of the music sort of, all the events kind of happen over there as well. So he's keen to just go. He's booked it. Well, he's booked the hotel. And the flights will book soon once we're clear on government guidelines and everything else. But yeah, people are going. I think it's a popular destination anyway, but people are definitely looking or setting their sights to go there. It's probably a bit easier at the moment with certain rules that, you know, as a destination to go to. It's a bit more complicated when you want to cast your travels a bit further at the moment, and it's a bit obscure. We don't really know what to plan for yet. Or what the guidelines are. So yeah, we just sort of keep our eyes on the news and see where we take our sort of travels. Really, not everyone wants to do a staycation, and I totally understand that. I mean, weather is one example of not wanting to stay too much. You know, and we just want to completely change the environment, perhaps. So we'll see. I'd like to look forward to hearing about other people's travels, really, especially during this time, and if it's easy or not, or you know, what they've encountered, or if they can manage to maintain a good holiday once they've got to the other side. We'll see.
One person who'll be traveling with us in the next few minutes is John Rushton. John will be taking us through every space and every corner of life development, taking responsibility, everything to do with the challenges and the pages that we go through as life and how to take responsibility. John Rushton will be coming through. We're going for a music. After that, I will talk to you about John Rushton, how I met him, and how he adds value to people's lives. Mr. Hamidi, let's go and let's get Mr. Rushton ready for the morning. Good morning, good ladies and gentlemen.
Simone and Kojo on Fantastic Mornings, 7 to 8 a.m. Join the conversation at fantasticradio.co.uk.
Ode to Boobs by Pip Bishop. Dear Boobs, this heartfelt apology goes out to you all for moaning you're too big or moaning you're too small, for wishing you didn't hang like puppies in sacks or just disappear when we lie on our backs, for squashing you flat with a minimising cup or those torture bras that push you right up. Why is it always your bad points we mention, like your inverted nips or your water retention? Why don't we love you as much as our men, or the babies that love you all over again? Maybe we're scared to show you we care, in case one day you're simply not there. Make it up to your boobs with some breakthrough breast cancer TLC. Touch, look and check. To find out more during Breast Cancer Awareness Month, visit breakthrough.org.uk.
Very good morning, 22 minutes past 7. Welcome back to Fantastic Mornings. My name is Kojo Bonti. I'm working. I have Miss Simone Uncle on the radio for you. You can reach Simone at fantasticradio.co.uk. You can also reach me at Bonti at fantasticradio.co.uk. Simone, you were going to be talking. You were going to be talking my email, and I will mention your email because
you're gonna have to somehow memorize your
what we're going to do.
Email.
I will mention yours and you mention mine to avoid all
mishaps.
I think we will have to do that. What is your motivation for this one? You had a motivational quote. Get the motivational quote.
I'll keep it short and sweet, but we'll try and keep it.
Please do. Get a motivational quote. Right after that, John Rushton joins us for the conversation. Please, let's go.
Okay, so what I've got for you today is, what do I already have in my life right now that is a match to what I want? So personal affirmation that we encourage to say to ourselves is, all that I desire is on its way now. So really it is, and then that's taken by somebody called Adin Kareen, and I believe it's a taken from sort of Ghanaian sort of symbolism as well, that name, Adin Kareen. Right. There's a person as well that's adopted that name and identity. So really what the quote is saying is, you know, if we affirm to ourselves, all that I desire is on its way now, it's almost like a sort of calming mantra, really, to say to yourself that, you know, where we put our focus, where we put our thoughts, where we, you know, where we'll determine where our emotions and our energy goes, really. You know, sometimes, you know, we're kind of heightened with a lot of emotion at the moment, particularly, you know, with all the things that are uncertain and that, and some of the misery that people have encountered in the past year, particularly. You know, so, and you know, rightly so, you know, we're human beings after all, we're going to react emotionally to circumstances. But really it's trying to sort of shift our focus and give us a bit more assurance that things will improve. So as I was repeat it again, what do I already have in my life right now that is a match to what I want? And then affirm to yourself, all that I desire is on its way to me now. So just keep it, you know, keep calm, soldier on, do what you need to do, and focus your thoughts on something more positive, where you can, to hopefully determine, where our emotions and energy flows.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Just before we finish, I share with you my quote for the day. Whilst you're talking, what jumped at me is responsibility, and taking responsibility of our emotions, and not allowing circumstances to switch us into going with the punches, and understanding that what happens to us is something we can't control, but how we control or how we manage ourselves and how we interpret what has happened to us is very much important. Let me stop all the motivational stuff. Let me stop all the life doctoring and have the life doctor on the line who joins us. Our special guest today, as Mr. Hamidi gets him in, our special guest today is John Rushton. Right? John has traveled. Right, John is traveled, and John. Let me read a bit about John Rushton this morning. John is referred as the life doctor. John is a world traveler who has experienced various cultures, customs, religions, and mindsets. It's normal to feel anxious. It's normal to feel anxious about the future lately, but John reminds us to get out of our own way. His catalog of work teaches that life is what we make it, and not what circumstances dictate. John Rushton. Good morning to you, Mr. Rushton.
Good morning, Kojo. Long time.
Morning, John.
Good morning, Simone.
Hi.
John, how are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. Very well. Tablets are working well.
I'm glad. I'm glad to see you. I haven't seen you for a long time, John.
A long time, yes. Too long.
I haven't seen you for a long time. How have you been with the whole corona and everything going on? How have you handled it, please?
All right. I've actually been quite busy, so it's been all right. I think it's actually keeping this occupied, because if it goes, where the mind goes, the body follows. So if your mind goes AWOL, then you follow as well, and you're the same.
I like that. When it comes to that, talk to us about how to develop this mindset of resilience. Where does it come from? How does one get into that space of that mental toughness? Talk to us about that, John.
I think, first of all, a lot of people don't know why they are on planet Earth. They don't know who they are supposed to be. They are a person, they've been brought up when their parents' influence, society's influence, the media, for whatever that's worth, it's all over the place. And so who are they? What are they working for? What are they living for? Where they're going to go? And the thing is, you are born a unique person. It doesn't matter whether you're part of triplets or quadruplets or whatever, you're still a unique person. And being a unique person, your whole purpose in life is to live your life your way. Not the way your parents tell you, not the way society tells you, not the way somebody else tells you, not the way education tells you. Your life is an inimitable thing about you. It's how you think. It's how you process information. It's how you look at life and how you want to be. And you may get good, sage advice from people all around you, but the bottom line is how you think about life is about you and nobody else ever. And once you get to know that the purpose of your life is to live life your way, then you can start to work that way, as opposed to saying, oh, he said, she said, they said, look what they're doing. Oh, my brother's doing this, my cousin's doing that. Look what they're doing on the media. Yes, but that's all about everybody else. What about you? And the moment you start talking to somebody, I've experienced this so often.
Right.
People start talking about everybody else. Oh, well, if I did this, my mother, and if I did this, and they would get upset, who are these they people? What on earth? Where do these they people exist? This is your life, live it. Yeah. And if they get upset, that's their choice. You're not going to sort of slap them across the face. If they get upset, they've chosen to get upset. And if they get upset, why are they getting upset? Because if they love you, they will support you, even if you don't understand. They will support you and say, listen, I haven't a clue what you're talking about, but if you want to do that, I will support you. As opposed to saying, oh, you can't do that. You want to get this kind of a job and do this and this. Yes, but that's all about you. It's nothing to do with me. And once you get into your mind that life is about you, I mean, the thing is, Simone, Kojo, you are number one in your life. You are number one, because if you're not number one, are you second best, third best, fourth best, fifth best? When you are number one, you're in pole position to do exactly what you want. Maybe not right now, maybe not exactly the way you would like it to be, but you are in pole position to do what you need to do.
I like that.
And you can then help everybody around you, your parents, your children, your partners, your friends. But if you're second or third best, you can't do that. You're always one below par. So, and people have a big problem actually understanding the difference between taking charge of your life and being selfish.
Right. Right.
And a lot of people don't understand that. But, you know, taking charge of your life is looking after you. It's not doing what everybody else wants you to do or frightened to do, because if you do, they'll will, and all this, back to they again, they will do this, they'll do this, they'll do that, oh, they'll be upset. So what? Maybe it's time they did get upset and face reality that life isn't about them. Your life is about you. And once you realize that life is about you, you can love everybody around you who you do like. And if you don't like everybody, that's okay too, because we don't like everybody, and not everybody likes us. And I'm sure there are lots of people who don't like me. But, you know, that doesn't matter. You know, you're not here to be the universal, I love everybody, sort of like on an American stage. So I love you all, you're wonderful, you're mom, you know, that's absolute rubbish. Because the mind cannot comprehend millions of people. The mind can only comprehend a small nucleus of people. And those are the only people which are important. Okay, be nice to everybody, but at the same token, you must do what you need to do. And once you start to live your life the way you want to live it, then you start to get people around you who actually love you for who you are.
I like that.
And all those that are not really any, they may be nice people in inverted commas, but nice people are not going to do what you need to do in life. They're just nice. You've got to find people who will actually be with you, support you, do things the way you want to do, go where you want to go, and all of that. And once you start to attract those people, life starts to raise up. You're like a hot air balloon. You're throwing out all the ballast, and suddenly it's lifting. And when it starts to lift, you can see the bigger picture. You can see everything around you. You can feel what's around you. And then intuitively, you do what is correct because it feels good.
John, whilst you're talking, one thing that also comes to me is loneliness. This whole thing about taking responsibility. And I hear you, right? John, I hear you. I hear the person wanting to do it and craving and desiring to take responsibility, you know, of their lives and controlling their minds and all that. John, I get it. But there are people who are struggling. For instance, the chap is saying, listen, Mr. Rushton, because you're a life coach, because you're a businessman, because you've read all the books, you've written books, so you can say what you say. But I'm struggling, Mr. Rushton. If a person is saying, look, I struggle to go into my mind. How do I go into my mind? Talk to us about that, John, because there are people who really wants to make this, who wants to take responsibility of their lives. Life has been rough. It's not treated them fairly. You know, things haven't gone the way they wanted. And they're hearing a life doctor saying, yeah, control your mind. You can do this. You can do this. And they're thinking, how can we do that? Mr. Rushton, talk us through. Give us some bullet points, right? And so we can work our way through. For those of you who wants to get in touch with John, because he's going to be sharing some nuggets, right? You have to go to johnrushton.com, and after that you could be able to reach John and get to know more about John and what he does and the work he does. But John, please talk to us about what are some of the steps that a person can take to take charge of their lives. Life hasn't really treated them well, but they want to take control of life and be able to control their mind. Let's go, Mr. Rushton.
First of all, I think you've got to accept, well, whatever you see on the screen, we've all been through dark patches in our lives. But you're only seeing the glitz and glamour bit at the end.
No, do that again. No, do that again. Do that again. I like that.
Kojo was dancing earlier today as well. So you make a great double act.
Carry on, John.
You're only seeing that part. And I think if you want to do something that you haven't got or done, you've got to do something you've never done yourself. You've got to break free. And breaking free is doing what we were talking about earlier on, exactly what you want to do. You've got to do it the way you want to do. You've got to actually understand that it's important. You will make mistakes, loads and loads and loads of mistakes. But, you know, if you make 20 mistakes, you get 100 points for doing so. The person who sits on their behind and just talks and thinks gets nothing. And at the end of the day, when you've made 20 mistakes, you are 100 times more knowledgeable than everybody around you. Because you've seen it, you've done it, you've felt it, you've slept on it, you've cried on it, you've got on your knees and prayed for it, you've sweated blood, you've done everything. But at the end of the day, you know that that won't work and that will work. So now you are becoming an expert. And the road to hell is paved with good intentions, and you've got to really make sure that what you're doing is going to be something that you're going to do for yourself. That you'll say, okay, I know that this doesn't work, but I know I'm 50 times better than a lot of the experts, because a lot of experts are people who are employed to tell you. They're not entrepreneurs. There's a big difference. You'll go, some people will say, of course, like careers advice, they're very knowledgeable people, very, very knowledgeable people about lots of careers, but they will tell you something. You've got to do this, you've got to do that. But if you do that, well, why, if you are that good, why aren't you doing it yourself?
Right.
Why aren't you that person? And what is in here is unique to you. So don't put yourself down. I mean, don't be arrogant and so I'm going to do this and this and this and this, but don't put yourself down. Think, well, there's always a way. And you get all these coffee shops that have turned up in the high street. Well, the pessimist will say, well, there is one coffee shop. Why do you want another? There's 3 coffee shops. Why do you want a 4th? But the 5th one and the 6th one and the 7th one all do well. And why? Because it's a unique take on it. Their design, their culture, how they put it out. It's what you've done. And this is this is your inimitable success. This is your superpower. Your superpower is being you, not anybody else. By all means, listen to experts. Everybody has something, some knowledge which you don't have. Even an idiot will have some knowledge which you don't have. Listen to that person. Don't argue with them, but listen to that person. Take it on board and move on, because this, again, is your superpower. This is how, bit by bit, and sometimes you've got to look back to think how far you've gone. You think, oh, I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing this. Look at them again. Always somebody else. Look at them. They're doing this. Oh, look at them. They're doing that. But, you know, have you seen their story? Have you seen where they've been? Have you seen the sleepless nights they've had? They're all glitz and glamour and smiles, but have you seen what's happened days and days ago behind closed doors? No, you haven't. You've got to stick in there, and where determination is within you, you will succeed. And you've got to, success is what it is for you. Success is not what the media put in. It's not having 15 Rolls Royces and a private aircraft. Success is you being you. And once you get reality into the equation, you start to motor, because you see things. And then if you, by having failed and not done this and not done that, and other people start talking to you, and you suddenly realize, what they're saying is not that good.
Right.
They sound fabulous. They sound really pucker. They sound really smooth, but, you know, deep down, there's nothing there. You know, it's like the wise old owl, the light's on, but there's nobody at home. And a lot of that kind of thing is going on. You've got to persevere, because all of a sudden, when you go to this certain level, you break the threshold and you think, wow, I can see the bigger picture. You know, I've thrown all the ballast from my balloon. It's now risen up. And now I've got a good view of what I'm doing. And it's literally taking charge of your life, the way you think, it doesn't matter how unorthodox it is. And you don't need to mix with people who are going to mock you or smear at you or something like that. You mix with the people who are going to uplift you or going to pat you on the back and say, listen, I don't know what you're doing. I haven't a clue. It's all rubbish to me, but just do it. Just do it for your sake, because those are the people at the end of the day you need. And you will reciprocate by giving off what you're saying to them as well. It's a positivity thing. It's going to go between you. It's going to bounce off. And that is a big, big difference. There's a lot of experts and a lot of people, you know, for $10, I will show you all the people on the internet who are idiots. Well, I don't need to, you know, but there were all these kind of quick solutions and you know, £50, I will show you this. I don't need those. You know, I'm beyond that. You know, this is for people who are so wannabes. I want to be this. I want to be that. I want to be something else, but they don't want to work for it, or they haven't got the ability to work. And you've got to, you don't have to be a genius. You've just got to be persistent in what you do and smart. And if you follow yourself.
I liked your analogy about the multiple coffee shops in the same high street kind of thing. And,
I love it. I love it.
About not necessarily having to be the first, you know, but being the best of what you can be. You know, being the best will elevate you and bring you one step ahead in your journey and maybe above others that are doing the same thing.
Coffee shop as opposed to the others, because I like the way it's designed. I like the logo. I like the presentation. I like the USP, unique selling point. I like, because that's what you've done. And it comes from here.
Yeah,
it's something which is here. It's not a corporate thing by a load of brainless people trying to do sort of semantics of, oh, we'll do the AB population and this and this. No, this is something you've done, and it's developed and it's come out. And this is what people hold back. They try to be ultra smart and try to be, well, I haven't got a marketing team. Yes, you have. It's here. You know, it's your unique selling point, which is going to make you successful. It's going to cut through all the rubbish and all the detritus which is around you, and that's really important. And that's why I would go to your coffee shop, because it's different. It's not some run-of-the-mill, you know, it just pumped out by a machine. It's something which you've done, and it's that's being proliferated. You know, and it's important that we understand that ourselves.
You know, John, the passion with which you deliver this content is phenomenal. I can tell you it's fantastic. Look, for those of you who would want to get in touch with John, you could go to John Rushton, as in Rushton, johnrushton.com. John deals with human development. John deals with mindset. John has written books. John speaks at conferences. He's been all over the place. You would have to sit with John for the next 1 hour and come back and thank me later. 43 minutes past 7. You on Fantastic Mornings. Our special guest, John Rushton from johnrushton.com. We go for music. We come back, and I love John to go into the superpower again. I would love John to expand on the superpower. What is this superpower? You know, just sort of add some flesh to it. Just add some flesh to it. And when you finish with a superpower, talk to us about how to deal with loneliness in pursuing your superpower. Because as you go through this, it can be very lonely, because you know, you are used to a particular kind of lifestyle. You want to hang out with the boys, you want to hang out with the girls, you want the same comfort, and at the same time you are struggling, you want to stretch out. But another side of you is saying, listen, you can't go. Let's hang in here. You can't go. Let's hang in here. How do you keep that balance in that process? John Rushton, our special guest, talking to us about finding your superpower. Mr. Hamidi, let's get music.
It's about empowerment, education, and entertainment. Fantastic Radio UK, the home of possibilities.
It's simple. I love it. Having you near me, having you here.
Come in.
Right.
Ah, Mr. Pilkington, and how are we today?
Yeah, I'm all right, Doctor. Yeah, I've just come for my checkup.
Okay, then pop your pants off.
What?
Just pop your pants off.
Oh,
And,
I forgot to take my pants off.
well, because I have to pop my finger up your
What?
to check your prostate gland.
Don't worry about it.
Well, I am worried about it because prostate cancer kills 10,000 men every year in Britain.
You can check that out if I get any symptoms.
Well, there aren't always symptoms, and symptoms do vary from man to man. So the best way to check it out is I just pop my finger up there
I'm really
and
not
have a
happy with this.
feel.
Just
Don't worry about it.
Is that it?
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
No.
I don't know why he was worried. You probably saved his life there.
Does he have to be here?
He's just a mate. Don't worry about him. He's just watching me at work.
For more information, visit the Prostate Cancer Charity website. Real men know all about it.
45 minutes past 7 on Fantastic Mornings. Our special guest, John Rushton, myself and Simone Uncle on your radio, talking everything to do with mindset, everything to do with finding your superpower. For those of you who wants to reach out to John, you could go to johnrushton.com, get in touch with John, get to know him, get to know his books. John has written what? I'm reading Simone loaded few things here. Let me read what John has got. John has got books. John has got books. Where is this thing, Simone? Everything you sent to me.
Okay. Kojo, come on. All right. Okay, let's start. Okay, so basically, I think you've got your main bestseller, or one of them, is Love Your Life. It's Alchemy of Life series. So there's more to it. It's probably more than one that you've put out on that topic. Then there's What's Love and At a Crossroads. There's many more actually that I couldn't actually list, but your top seller, Love Your Life, Alchemy of the Life series. Can you tell us a little bit more about that bit?
This is just about what you were saying a little earlier, Kojo, about loneliness. This is your life, it's nobody else's life. And what you were also saying earlier on about circumstances, situations, you haven't got much money, your health isn't all that good, you haven't got a relationship, you haven't got this, you haven't got that, you haven't got nice clothes. It's still your life. You can't excuse, well, I haven't got this, well, I haven't got that. Okay, fine. So it's still your life. And if you don't take responsibility for that, you're going to end up sort of a backseat driver perpetually in your life, complaining about everything, not doing anything, not going anywhere, and just getting a conversation. You're going to be the most dull, boring person on the planet, because all you're going to do is repeat, I haven't got this, I haven't got that, I don't know about this, in my circumstances, well, this situation, we'll look at the country, we'll look at and it's just going to go on. You're going to have a list of failures and excuses, and that is your downfall. And your superpower is everything but that. It's all about you. It's how fabulous you are, how wonderful you are, what you can do, where you want to go, why you want to do it. And it's not being frightened. You don't have to be like a bulldozer and go in a bombastic situation shouting and screaming. You've just got to do quietly. Excuse me. And the road to success is sometimes quite lonely. When all your friends are going out every night, getting drunk and going to discos or doing whatever you do these days when you can't do a great deal, it's you vigilantly doing what you need to do.
Do you suggest? Sorry to interrupt. I was just going to say, do you suggest people still do it afraid? That gut feeling when you sort of feel a little bit of dread because it's not familiar territory. Do you still ask people to sort of push through that boundary and somehow, take stock and take charge, really? Because sometimes that fear is the kind of thing that would dominate and inhibit people from moving forward. But
that gut feeling, that is in fact part of your superpower. It's if it's easy, then it's not going to go anywhere. If you don't get anywhere if you don't get out of the box. You stay in the box and you go round and round like a hamster on a cage, just going like this continually, day in, day out. But the moment you leave the box, you're in unfamiliar territory. And when you leave the box, that's when life starts to really rock and roll. That's when it's going to start to motivate you. You're going to see things differently. You're going to get more strength of character. You're going to get more knowledge. You're going to interact with people. You're going to feel belittled and made a fool of because you're going to talk to people who will put you down to make themselves feel better because they're weak, insipid people. And you've got to think, okay, fine, this is all about you. If you've got to put me down to feel good, there's something wrong with you. Yeah. So you don't take it to heart and think, oh, they didn't like me, none of all this hysterical business. You've got to just think, okay, fine, next. And eventually when you go through, you'll become sharper, you'll become a little harder, you'll have the like a rough diamond, you get all the edges rubbed off, and then you start to glisten, you start to glow, you start to understand human character, and you're doing this all subliminally. The moment you step out of the box, you start to engage with a bigger picture. The bigger picture is where everything is. The little picture is your living room and your TV and a cup of tea or a glass of wine, and that's it. That's your comfort zone. But you're not going to go anywhere in there. You're going to maybe recharge your batteries, but that's it. Once you leave there, you're in the great white world, and there's nothing stopping you. Nothing except you. You're the biggest problem you'll ever come across in your life. That's one of the things. The biggest problem you'll ever come across is you. Shall I? Shan't I? Will I? Won't I? What if I do this? What if I do that? What if they get upset? These are your decisions. You have to say, listen, this is me, because if I don't do it for me, who is? Nobody else is going to do it.
Yeah.
And if I don't set up my coffee shop, who will set the coffee shop? If I don't set up that sewing business, who will do it? If I don't set up if I don't write the book, who will write the book? If I don't start that bakery, who would do it? If I don't start that gardening business, who would do it? If I don't start that nanny business, who would do it? If I don't start the radio station, who would do it?
Exactly. Yeah. This is your superpower. You're doing it. You're living it. And it's not been easy. You were telling us earlier on about the license, the licensing for music, and then this, and then we'll go into those radio stations. Oh, you can't because you're here, you're there. Oh, but you find solutions.
You are correct. You are correct. You're correct. And the beautiful thing, John, the beautiful thing I love about what you're saying is how with time you develop this thick skin, right? You develop this fearlessness that you get amazed by your own self. And I love when you talk about the superpower. You feel very powerful, and not in an arrogant way, right? Not in an arrogant way, not in a bombastic way, but you feel oh yes, you have this self-embracing experience where you feel oh okay, and it's a great feeling. I was talking to a great friend of mine 2 days ago, and we're discussing some figures, and it was quite huge, and we're talking, and he said to me, you don't act all fearful nowadays. What's going on? And I said, well, my friend, I have decided that this thing has to work regardless, right? and it's a beautiful feeling, this superpower that we have, that we would have to allow ourselves to manifest. And it makes you glow. I love what Simone talked about, the fear and doing it fearlessly. There's a book called Do It Anyway, Feel the Fear, Susan Jeffries. Feel the fear and do it anyway. And I love the way you put it being your superpower. It's an energy. Use that energy. John, you have something to say? Please carry on. You want to say something?
Well, I think sorry, about your superpower, it's also about humility. Because once you get to know you're not fighting anymore, you've stopped, you can listen to 15 idiots, 27 experts, and none of them fit the bill which is in here. They all say something which is very good, it's very plausible, but it's not you, or it's not me. But at the end of all that, you can smile at each one and say, thank you very much. And deep down, you're thinking, what a stupid idiot he is. But, you just smile and you wander on and you go to the next, and all subliminally you're picking up this information. You're gaining, you're building the library at the back of your mind of all what you could, what you shouldn't. You see, when most people, even experts, and we've had this even with COVID-19, all experts giving out, and technically speaking, they've been correct. But what it is, every time you speak and you deliver something, you're delivering your fears, your phobias, your anything else. So you get two people who are going to talk about COVID-19. One is a fabulous chap, he's bright and bubbly and everything, and the other is a dull, boring idiot. So you ask them both about COVID-19, and they both give you accurate technical information. Then you ask one of them, and you say, what do you think of this? And the chap who's bright and bubbly says, oh, in a few years' time, we're going to find new breakthroughs. There are breakthroughs every day. I read about one yesterday about doing this and this, and you feel really uplifted. And then you ask the other one, oh, I don't know. This could be with us for another 20 years. But this is all about them. It's his fears coming out. So you've got to be very careful when you listen to somebody, because they could be just telling you about what they think as reality. And that's what puts people off. Oh, he said you shouldn't do this. She said you shouldn't do that. But that's all about them. It's nothing to do with you. And that's important.
John, how do people work with you? Currently, how does person reach you? They're going through a particular moment, companies wanting to reach you and working with John Rushton. What do you do with companies, one? And what do you do with individuals wanting to use John Rushton's website? For those who want to get in touch with John, you can go to his website. See that he's going to put it back on again. It's John Rushton, as in RUSHTON. JohnRushton.com. John, talk to us about how you help companies, how you help individuals. Please, let's go.
I've just done 300 one-hour shows for American Armed Forces on emotions, and I'm just doing another 300. And that's all in aspects of life.
Right.
It's all in various aspects of life. And it's amazing. A lot of it is very, very similar. But it's how it's perceived in your situation. And sometimes you get so over involved with your own emotions. Your emotions are wonderful things, but if you let your emotions control you, you're finished. If you control your emotions, you're a success. You know, that is your superpower as well. It's controlling your emotions. It's not getting all hysterical and shouting and screaming, I want attention, I'm needy, give me this, I want this, you know, because forget that. Leave those people well alone. They're not worth it. You know, they'll only sap your energy. They're called emotional vampires. That's all they want. But if you can say, okay, it's not very nice, but I'm refusing to get pulled into this. I'm not going to get hysterical. It is emotional, and then you can think clearly, coherently about what to do, where to go, how to do it. And you're in a better situation yourself. You're not going to do anything stupid or say anything stupid because you're now in control of your life. And that's very, very important with every aspect, is to be cool, calm, and collect. Very important.
Cool, calm, and collect. Yeah. Cool, calm, and collect. As usual, John has always been. John Rushton, our special guest, www.johnrushton.com. Simone, Uncle, I am enjoying this conversation. I am so much enjoying this conversation. What do you have to say, Simone, as we begin to seg our way to the end of our conversation with John Rushton?
I just want to say thank you very much. I love all the analogy and the explanations and really the tools, really. But also just sort of setting our minds right, really, because of course, like you know, many coaches will say, "Oh, you know, think this way, think that way," and they don't give us a pathway. Yeah, think our way also, but also it gives us an idea to sort of self-introspect and navigate our way to more positive thinking, and hopefully from that action. You know, we can sit and procrastinate and think over and over, but of course we need to step out of that into action. And sometimes it is about doing it afraid. But so thank you very much indeed. That's really helpful.
Thank you, Simone. Thank you.
Your last words, Mr. Rushton?
Always be yourself, because that's who you're meant to be.
Be yourself. and be what you were meant to be.
Yes.
What I love is about how you use stories to tell your story. Mr. Rushton, I have enjoyed it. I know Simone has enjoyed it, and we are exceedingly grateful for your time. If you want to reach John Rushton, you go to johnrushton.com. It's on our site. Go to John. Companies looking to reach him. John is an amazing man. I've enjoyed my time with him. Simone Uncle and myself comes next month, Friday. Oh, coming Friday, yes.
Friday.
Friday. Coming Friday on Fantastic Morning. Mr. Rushton, have a good day, and we enjoy johnrushton.com. Go there, enjoy, get his books, and get in touch with him. He is a fantastic man. Simone, can I say bye-bye to you?
Of course you can. Yeah, good night.
Have a good day. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye for now, ladies and gentlemen. Bye. Bye-bye for now. Bye.
Simone and Kojo, serving you music, sharing stories with you here on Fantastic Mornings. Fantastic Radio UK, home of possibility.